This is a new occurring problem striking the nation. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward, it's the inability to start or carry on conversations with family and friends. It's true. People are having major issues with carrying on conversations, even with the people they care about the most. And according to Cliff Richard, the singer of the song, "We Don't Talk Anymore," it's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. Today I would like to share with you a product that will not only get you talking, it will get you laughing. But before I do that, I will discuss the true issue more in depth and what causes it. Picture this. You're at a family gathering or a party with your friends. The conversations have either slowed to your uncle telling that one story he tells every single year about the time he caught a catfish with his bare hand when he was 12 years old, or maybe conversing has just stopped altogether and everyone has their heads stuck in their phones. So, what you want to do now? Someone asks. Unfortunately, the response is a big old "I don't know" followed by more texting. So a show of hands, how many of you have been in this pickle before? I can agree. I've been in this pickle before. Thank you. Time is special, people. You never know when your last day will be, so the time spent with family, friends, the ones you love should be quality time. It wasn't always like this, though. This whole not knowing what to do next or say next ordeal. The boomers always say, the boomers always seem like they have something to say. Well, when I was a kid, yada, yada, yada. Something about how their lives are so much harder than ours and how our phones are taking over our lives. Yeah. Okay, boomers. Now, I don't know about that first part, but they hit the nail on the head for the parts where the phones are taking over our lives. So studies have shown that phones are physically changing our brains to make us have shorter attention spans and have worse memories, according to social media correspondent Ellie Zolgafardi. Studies have also shown, they have found that texting has a strong negative effect on communication, whether it be written or face-to-face. Even further, it can cause mental issues like social anxiety, according to Julianne Alexandra Cardone, an author of Science in Our World. Our lack of attention can explain why we can't keep conversations going or just can't stand to listen to our uncle's story anymore. That overuse of text and other forms of online messaging can explain why we blatantly don't know how to talk. There's no need to worry though. I have a solution for you when you're trying to come up with an activity or attempting to get something started. This game is called What Do You Mean? Okay, so this is What Do You Mean? It is a humorous card game for mature audiences only, where each player gets involved and has a fun time while doing it. Inside the box, you'll find two different kinds of cards, large ones and small ones. The small cards are what each player dealt. They look like this, super small. On these cards, there are random, usually hilarious captions people on the internet could use to make a meme. The large cards are not to be dealt. They look like this, so you can tell there's a very obvious size difference. After the small caption cards are dealt, one of the players is selected to be the judge. The judge then selects a large card, and the large cards have pictures on them. So on this card, this is the example. I'll show this here. Okay. All right. Okay, so the large cards have pictures on them that could have many meaning interpretations for everybody to use the cards in their hands they already have to try matching one of the captions with the pictures. It's usually pretty funny. So for the one I have, for example, this card says, "When you hit the last lap in Mario Kart and the music speeds up." Okay. So everyone would play their card, and then the judge would collect all of them and read all of them aloud, and they would pick which one they thought was the funniest. So I have played this game multiple times now with my family and friends, and everyone always has so much fun with it. While the game is fun, it is also engaging and puts the words in your mouth for you so you don't have to come up with something to say on your own. It's definitely a great way to get people talking again, and what's better than a good old gut laugh? At this point, we can't exactly change the way our brains function, but we can still find ways to spend quality family and friend time. Today we approach the issue of not being able to carry on conversations with family and friends and why we can't talk anymore. Fortunately for us, we can bring back face-to-face communicating with a little help from a silly card game. Yes, people do have issues with communicating, even with their closest loved ones, but they will always be around. Thank you for taking the time to lend an ear.